Okay, there you go. Yeah. Hi. You son of a... Chat, today I did the Lily White, which was effectively a 5-minute wall sit. Because she has 2 L's in her fucking name. And L is a 2-minute wall sit. So my legs are getting a lot of work. But no, I got kind of lazy. And well, the Moko yesterday was frankly fucking exhausting. But even then, like I set my alarm for like 11:20, 11:40, right? And I set my alarm, I did. And what happened? I slept. I didn't sleep through it. I woke up, I turned it off, and then I went back to bed. And when I did that and woke up, I was like, well, that defeated the purpose. Chad, how do you wake up? How do you go to bed at night? How do you wake up? And how do you prevent yourself from feeling like you're tired the whole damn day, so you can't do anything anyway? Because, like, if you're getting out of bed early, but you can't even fucking function as a human being, what's even the point, right? That's the problem I have, is I can set an alarm for any time I want. I can set an alarm for 5 fucking minutes, get up. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be able to fucking do anything with the rest of the day. You see the problem? Like, how do you... It's not just about waking up, it's about actually being functional and making use of the time that you're awake. Alright, so the important thing we're doing here is it's time... Push the switch. So you get 500 coins per 10,000. Okay. I now have 1,000 coins. Now, there's free coins. There's free coins. I'm gonna get the free coins. See? I'm gonna get a couple extra just in case. I don't remember where the free coins are. You got better things to do than gamble, champ in the making. These slots, win or lose, it's only luck. The 100's around the printer machine, I think. Yeah, okay, there we go. You were throwing me off. 20 coins from the man. What's up? Want some coins? 20 coins from the nice guy. There we go. Chat, which machine has the best odds of winning? Quick. Quick, tell me now. Oh, wow. I'm just finding coins. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm just hitting A button. Randomize every time you enter the casino. Isn't that, like, really dumb? What if it randomizes on a machine that you can't access because an asshole's on it? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna gamble exactly once. Okay? Once. How do you do this? There. Wow. Okay. Alright. I rolled 3 strange creatures I've never seen before. What Touhou is that? Okay. My next question. Chat. What are we evolving the Munchkin Squad into? Okay. What are we... So, we need 2 attack shards, right? Because we're getting attack Sunny and we're getting attack Kane. Alright. What mailing are we getting? Do we want Advent mailing? Is Advent mailing the best one here? We want Attack Sunny. And we want... Oh, what yam did we want? Was it Technical Yam? I forget what yam I wanted. Kane, I want Attack Kane. I want Attack Kane to make use of the speed stat. Shizuha... Was that Helper or Technical? I don't remember. And Lily, I have no idea. So I'll get 2 attack shards. I don't have any red shards. They're the most expensive. And give me one of those. I need 2. No, I don't want the fucking green shard. I don't know where you get rainbow shards. One might be up ahead. Yeah, so what do I want here? Let's do the ones I know I want. I know I want Attack Sunny. Okay. You don't get that shard until around Gym 7. That's not as far off as you think, actually. That's actually not as far off as you think. Because Gym 7 means either that it's on the islands, which it probably means it's on the islands, or it's on Cinnabar, which means I only need Gym 5. It might be worth waiting. She's gonna be dead weight, but, like, you know. We'll get, well, you know. Alright. Attack potential. Wait, there's an Attack Lily? Wait a minute, what does Attack Lily do? Oh, my Sunny loves me. That's why she came so close to take the item from me. She's becoming stronger! This is the Sunny with the best speed stat. Ah, Sunny. Alright, and the other one is Kane. What? We're not close friends yet. That's unbelievable. I guess Sunny has been with me since Meridian Forest. She's gonna turn into Beast Kane. Wow. Alright. Tyler's good attack with good HP, no speed, and no defenses. No speed and no defenses. No speed? Really? No speed? Why does she have no speed? What do I turn this Lily into? Beast Earth. So she's Beast Earth type. She's gonna intimidate. Look how fast she is. Frail. Okay. I do have timid nature, but you know. And Sunny. So she's a mixed attacker. Her speed is 31, and it's neutral nature. It's pretty good. She's got no defense. Okay, so if anything's faster than her, I lose. Excellent. So chat, what am I turning Yam into, and what am I turning Shizuha into? Shizuha was Shizuha technical, or was it helper? I don't remember what the difference was. I like to sort these things. This is agility. So there's speed Shizuha and speed Yamame and speed. Okay. There's tech Yamame. Do we want base Sunny? I thought attack Sunny was the faster one. That's why I didn't evolve her in Rock Tunnel. Defensive potential. Mailing. There's no defense Lily? That doesn't even make any sense. Supporting abilities. So we want support Shizuha. Here you go. Turn into Pharaoh Thorin, would ya? H. Shizuha. Okay. The 24 green UFOs. It's faster, but almost sending his higher special attack was still okay speed. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You could have 9 billion attack. If you're not fast enough to hit them, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Quirky. Alright, look at that. Overgrow. Alright, so she's just... I don't know what she is. So chat, what am I getting? What am I getting Yam here for? What? So I want a Yam. I want a Yam that's good with special attack, right? Which one's the special attacker? Is it the speed one? Do we want the speed Yam? And I don't know what I still don't know what to make this Lily. Technical is. So we want technical Yam. We want technical Yam. Okay. Let's get technical Yam. Where? That's the purple one, right? Yeah, purple shard. Technical Yam. Yam! We could be better friends than this. So what about Lily? What are... Oh, the upside down one. What is the best Lily for a Lily that has, like, no defensive profile, but a strangely offensive and speedy one? Okay. Which one? What Lily? What do I make the Lily? She can be attack form. I think she can be speed form, actually. What is speed form Lily? Is that any good? Oh, never mind. She doesn't have a defense form, so she has an attack form and I guess a technical form. And a support form. Wait, should I use support Lily? This isn't speed. I can't imagine anything else works for this little fucker. Let me see what support Lily's stats look like. Helper is 90 special attack and speed. Is that the best option? Huge Lily White. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Spring Charm. She still has Spring Charm. Are you in the decks so I can actually look at you? You're not in the deck, so I can't look at your fucking base stats. Oh, man. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Search. See. Nope, I cannot look. Because I don't have the national dex. I have no rare Bonica. So, I guess that's the best one. I guess this is the best Lily. Okay, so we have Helper Lily, Helper Shizuha, Attack Kane, Attack Sunny, Technical Yam, and we're looking for Advent Mailing. That seems like a pretty balanced team. Oh, I forgot to check out their types are different. You should be part grass now, right? Yeah. You're fire grass. You're poison earth still. You're beast earth, so I have 2 earth types. Although, that makes you ×4 weak to water. That was my oven. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I need some. Well, I have Sunny. Well, Sunny's not good for that. know I did shit on Raisin a little bit because her moveset, her learn set sucks, but Advent Raisin is one of the most obnoxious puppets I think I've ever faced. Okay. Alright. I guess this is the team now, boys. So, where's the move tutor guy? Where do I go for a move tutor? Cause I would like to go look at their moves. I have 2 earth types, so now I should be able to handle, what's his name? Surge pretty well. I might be able to go do that now. Sevi Islands is tutor. Oh, okay. Which means, I know what that means. That means that I cannot. Alright. What's the best order here? Maybe I just make advancements in the rocket hideout. Because I'll have to go to... Oh, I should probably get the tea, actually. So I can go to Saffron. So that way when I open Saffron, you know, I won't have to come back to sell it. Well, I mean, I will, because I'll have to fight Erica. But I think Sunny can probably clean up... I don't remember where the fucking tea is, apparently. I think Sunny can probably clean up well. If she learned Flamethrower or something. I could get Flamethrower. Shouldn't spend all your money on drinks. Try this instead. Nothing beats thirst like some really hot tea. Yeah. Alright. Let's play the game, shall we? To the rocket base. So right now, Mailing doesn't really need the EXP share, but I'm gonna leave it on her just because, well, you know. There's really no free Advent Shard, or Sun Shard, or what the fuck it is, till after Blaine. Hope she's worth it. You broke into Team Rocket's operation. What noive? Yeah. Clearly black. Chad, I was watching Vinny play Tomodachi last night. And, I mean, could also do speed mailing. But isn't Advent mailing better? I guess we should probably just take the earlier version anyway, right? It's Tomodachi Life. I'm not really surprised by that. What I was surprised by is that the viewer numbers on that stream were actually bigger than Sunday, which is kind of wild. Kind of wild how many people, like, were into that. Maybe I do just go get speed mailing. Considering how long I'd have to wait and how much dead weight she's gonna be. Because she definitely has the speed for it. Alright, I've convinced myself. Draws agility. Okay. Advent Mailing's tank with high attack speed, fast, gets respectable 100 attack. Well, fine. Fine! You win. Peer pressure wins again. Hope you're happy. Take this. Become stronger than you've ever been. But he also played Pragmata, and Pragmata is actually kind of neat looking. I'm not going to get it myself, because, well, I don't have room for that. But I was pleasantly surprised. I was pleasantly surprised by it. Alright, Smaling is here. What a great name. She still has Gatekeeper, which just means she can't be switched out. She's very fast. So I got 3 fast fellas. Wait, my entire team is kind of like fast fellas, isn't it? Well, not really you. Well, 71, 69, and 73. Yeah, we got some fast fellas, dude. Alright. Let us resume. I took her item. I should invest in some held items. I'll have to take a look at the shop. They cost a lot, so I can't be crazy. But if I can get one for, like, a couple things, that'd be good. Who are you? How did you get here? Well, we get... Don't forget, this stream gets its prize-winning game at the end of the month. I know you're all excited for that, because I'm excited for that. Just double kick you. Oh, beautiful. Oh, yes. That said, chat, next month, the month of May, is going to be the month of goo. Alright? The art is going to be focused on Chibi and Chibi adjacent. Because the current stuff that I'm doing is very hard. And, like, I really have to pay attention. I don't know if you noticed... I don't know if you noticed yesterday, but that Moko took the entire fucking stream, and you could probably count the amount of words I said on 2 hands. That Moko was exhausting. It would be nice to draw something a little less detailed, but, like, you know, I am actively trying to challenge myself, so it makes sense why I would do that. Even so, I'm gonna finish this month out with as many more of those as I can. I think I'm on 16. Can you believe I said I was gonna do 70? Oh god, 70. 70. What universe was I getting 70 in there, bro? I'm fucking dying doing one. But I gotta close out the month. 13 more days, technically 12, because I don't think I'll be doing anything today. I'd really like to get my sleep back to normal. Because I used to be waking up at like 11. I was waking up closer to 11, and I was able to get up and like do an image, and do that. But now, when I'm getting up, it's basically like fucking 1:30, and I just don't feel like I have time to start an image, and it's really bad. That's really bad. So I was definitely getting a lot more done prior, but I fucked up the sleep, and now I have to fix it. I don't know how to fix it. That's the problem. But I heard an unlock. Cool. Oh my. I'm gonna run all the way back to heal mailing when you can just click slack off. You're right. You're right, me. You're right. What am I thinking? I got it. I have about 7 or 8 more references that I picked out for myself that I need to do. I would also like to, well, I'll change the focus next time as well, but I think the Chibis will be a nice... I think the Chibis will be a nice break. I'm still gonna pay attention because I want to learn how to draw Chibis, so I need to pay attention to that. But I don't think there's any Chibi you could possibly find that requires as much effort as some of the other shit I've been doing. Alright, get the para. Okay, I was hoping for a para and then I could just heal on you. Mailing has decided to win. This guy's got a full team. I sleep. I sleep. Watch this. Focusing. Alright. Absorb. Now you may be thinking to yourself, streamer, you're definitely over-leveled here. No, it's not that I'm over-leveled, it's that I'm evolved and they're not. So I'm definitely gonna be cleaning house. We are definitely going to be cleaning house, but it's fine. I do not mind, because they will catch up to me eventually, and then I will feel like an ass. But rocking the Chibis for longer than necessary. We got all the way here, alright? We made it all the way to Celadon with Chibis. We used the stones. Nobody evolved naturally. Some of them had the chance to. This guy normally has like 5 coughings, doesn't he? To be honest, I don't think the increased crit rate even matters. Oh, definitely not. What a shitty vehicle that one is. Cha! Mailing kind of really strong. Like... Huh. Momiji. Just kick. Yeah. You're alive? That's horse. Bite. I'm healing. Easy. Wow. What a fight. Alright. Now she's caught up. Actually, she's straight up out-leveled a couple of them, didn't she? Yeah. Alright, Sunny, you're up front now for a little bit, because you're gonna need it for Erica's gym, so if you can randomly learn like a fire move that's better than Flame Wheel, that'd be great. You're also part grass, which is really helpful. Alright, we're gonna keep looking around. Where's my EXP all? Hiya ya. So basically prepare your goo, chat, for when goo season rolls around. Prepare. That'll be in 13-ish days. I'm also gonna do a stream. I'm probably gonna do a stream as well, just kind of looking back at all the things that I did since I got my new tablet. Fake out? That's kind of good. Honestly, fake out is probably really good here. Try busy person. I will try pretty much anything. That's the thing about Chibis, there's a lot of variety in style of Chibi, and I just want to... I kind of want to just try multiple, right? So I'm not really... There's less qualms about trying things. As long as it looks good, that's really the important part. The reference needs to look good, because I want to use it and learn from it. Die. Don't mind me, I'm just here for the attack EVs. Kill, Kane. Speed down, doesn't matter. Kill. The variety is good. Sprite work? Sprite work is a little I don't know if that really translates well from sprite to line, to be honest with you. That one might not translate well. Kind of a shame that I don't know if I'd be able to do that. Signal beam. Oh, I do have water pulse. No one can learn it. I have screens. Oh, it's a heart move. It's a 90 base power heart move. Lily can learn it. Alright. I feel like if you tried to line work sprites, a lot of aspects of... Like, sprite work has a lot of aspects to it. I'm giving you dig now, because you get stabbed from it. We don't need side beam anymore. That's never going to be useful again. If you try to put lines to sprite work, I feel like some of the rigidness of sprite work will get lost in the smoothness of lines. And then it just kind of looks like rubbery, and it probably wouldn't look that good. Oh, you can learn Brick Break. Double kick is 40 base power twice. Brick Break is 75 base power once. I think double kick is actually better. I could teach it to Mailing. We do have Sludge Bomb, which you should be able to learn. And you're the special attacker variant. Yeah, perfect. So you get Poison Bomb. Alright, we're customizing our moves. Yeah, sprite work is hard. It's even more difficult when you try to turn, like, you know, you try to turn a Chibi into, when you actively try to turn a Chibi into, like, an actual character, you'll find this, unless you know how anatomy really works. But the thing is, when you do, like, when you see, like, Chibi works or small-scaled works, you don't think too much about the body underneath. And when you try to understand the body underneath, that's when things get confusing, because you're looking at what you're looking at is not really a proportional human being at all. So when you try to, and I like to try to understand what I'm looking at, and that kind of backfires a little bit, because it's like, where's the torso, pelvis, so on and so forth. But like on this type of artwork, the head is like half of the body. So understanding that to detail is not a good idea. So I feel like Chibi bodies are something that you really don't need much more than a very loose idea of. And you'll probably be doing a lot more of just kind of drawing the clothes over the body. Whereas I find, like, the art I like to do is, like, proportional. I try to be very proportional, because I like proportional. That's not gonna work for Chibi. Chibi bodies are sometimes beans. Yeah, exactly. They just are. They just are. So it's again, it's good to have like the outline, but they're kind of like gingerbread men. They kind of have like gingerbread man bodies, where it's just kind of like, you know, it's just like soft ends. And sometimes you get little pingors, but their pingors aren't really like pingors. They're just like spiky nubs. They have little spiky nubs that pop out. Or they just straight up have nubs. Usually sometimes they don't even have 5 fingers. So that's why, like, you know, if you're gonna do Chibi style, to keep it in Chibi. Like, look at the Momiji, for example. I mean, it's called Chibi Momiji for a reason. But you can see the head, you can see the body, and you can see the arms and the feet. You can see the feet are nubs. The hands like a fist, but it's barely anything. But if you try to figure out what's going on with the body on that one, it's basically a gingerbread man. Like, there's no use thinking about like the body's curvature or anything. Just think of it. Just think of it as a gingerbread man, and the clothes are doing everything. Like, the clothes aren't even riding along the body and creating shape. The clothes are just the shape. Be right back. have acquired. I have acquired my meal. Very good. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Like, let's use Fumos, for example, right? So, if you look at a Fumo, you can identify what character that Fumo is, right? Because of their hair and their outfit. But the outfit is defining the silhouette of the character. A naked Fumo looks like every other Fumo, right? So that's kind of the idea. Is basically what I'm saying is that the body type of a Fumo is the same no matter what, but it's the parts that are placed on that define it as the character. Now you could say it's the same for people as well, but there are different body types. There's varying aspects of body types. Although when you're talking about anime drawings, usually the differentiation of body types is just how big the thighs are and how big the boobs are. Usually the waist size is the same, but you know. Point is, that varies, but you don't see people making thick Chibis, right? People aren't making thick Chibis. People aren't making big boob Chibis. Chibis just kind of have one body type, and you just apply you apply the parts necessary to it to form the character. It's different. That's all. Of course, I haven't even done this yet myself, so who am I to be talking? Who indeed? I'll move my microphone over here. I do my fries. Ha ha. Medicine. Sure. Big neutral damage. Do it again. These fries are hot. Hot fry. Well, you get what I'm saying, right? That's kind of the benefit of it. The benefit is you don't have to learn to make a bunch of different body types of things. That said, realistically, you can keep doing Toxic Mist. Realistically, like, there's a lot of different body types for people in general. Especially if you're more of a cartoonist. If you're a cartoonist, then there's a lot more shape language that goes into your body types. You have people being very, like, inhumanly tall, inhumanly square, shit like that, right? Do you levitate? No. Okay. That's the mud slap animation. But if you're talking realistic people, well, the interesting thing about that, this is really weird. So when you're drawing anime characters, right, there's a pretty defined body type there, right? Would you agree with that? Would you agree with me if I said that there's a pretty standard ideal body type that's used for a lot of characters? And it's weird because the further you deviate from that base structure, the more likely you are to be called a fetish artist. Like, you can accent certain points of it, obviously. You know, you can up the boobs. You can up the thighs. You up the gut? Uh-oh. Uh-uh. Nuh-uh. Don't do that. Drawing body fat? That makes you a fetishist. Because anime girls aren't fat. Anime girls are... They all look like magazine models. Oh, I found a free red shard. Okay. Cool. Everyone knows that anime girls are all as slim as models. All as slim as models. And all as attractive as them too. But isn't that convenient for me? Very. That's very convenient. Because it means I don't have to deviate from the norm very much. I like the norm. Fucking sue me. I like attractive women. Oops, my bad. I have the lift key. I'm going up here. There's some stuff up here. Bring it on. Fight me, bitch. People always be paying attention to what aspect of your image is getting the most attention. Some people draw like really They draw really realistic parts of the body, and it stands out. I don't know what to hit you with. Fuck it, I'm saying. What's interesting though is that it depends on what part of the body, what the comment is. You could have an artist who spends the majority of the process on the eyes, right? And people will say, wow, this guy, like, there's so much detail in his eyes. They're very pretty eyes. But you apply that same level of detail to somewhere else, like the armpit? You put that much detail in the armpit and people are like, what's this guy's got what's this guy doing? So it's not about the detail itself, it's where the detail is. But what if the entire image has that amount of detail? But would you still hyper focus on the armpit? Wouldn't that say more about you, the viewer, instead of the person who drew it? Spend all that looking at people's faces, not their armpits. Yeah, but like, have you ever heard anybody say that about hands? Oh my god, you draw such detailed hands. Have anyone ever been accused of being a hand fetishist? Like, hands get a free pass to be hands. I don't know, ma'am. Hands gonna pass. Feet? What about feet? No. No. What? Here's the difference. There's a very important difference here, okay? Let me explain. Okay, let me explain. So, if the focus of the image is your hands, hands do things, right? Hands do things. Hands do things that are perfectly natural, perfectly normal, and sometimes a little dirty, okay? However, feet, feet, if the focus of your image is feet, 100% fetish. It just has to be. Just due to the nature of feet, the location of them on the body, the focus of the image on feet, it has to be a fetish. Has to. That's the difference. That's the main difference. Can you think of a single situation where an image would naturally just, you know, hyper-focus the camera on someone's feet? Like, there's no reason for it. Your feet don't emote, right? What people emote with their hands. Their hands... Body language is a huge thing. People don't emote with their feet. They can emote with their legs, but their feet just kind of are there. Right? If you're emoting with your feet, with your toes, then that's some freak shit. Not true, curling toes is very emotional. Guards? Guards, this guy right here. This man right here. Take him away. Take him away. Take him to jail. See this man out. This man has lost his composure. It is imperative that the camera be directly up on those grippers, squeezing into the foot, because that conveys emotion. You know what else would convey emotion like that? Literally anything else, really. No, you don't understand. I need the curled toes. Without the curled toes, how would I know that she's into me? But you can never know for sure. You can never know for sure. Where am I going? I swear this isn't difficult. I'm just, not thinking. My brain's on the fritz. That was the only way. I just don't agree with that. Feet don't emote. Yeah, but like, if your toes are squeezing in, can you even like see that? It's about time you showed up. You know how humiliating it was to lose to a twerp like you? Yeah, that's time. I'm gonna take your Marika instead. How often do you see feet? How can you actually give me a single example of an image where emoting feet is there? That isn't hyper feet focused. Can you do it? Are you capable? Do you have the power? Top being excited because she sees the feet. Yeah, Toph sees with her feet, but she still emotes with her face and her hands. She's actually a surprisingly expressive character, huh? You know, I've been thinking about watching Avatar again. It's been a while. I remember when I never watched it on TV because I didn't care about it. And then I watched it with some friends, and I got really into it. It's really good. I've been thinking about watching it again. Die, Ruma. They're a higher level than me. I'm not watching the movie. I've already watched Korra, ma'am. I've already watched Korra. Alright? I don't need to watch anything else. Oh yeah, it's chicken time. I'm eating my goddamn chicken. Some people say that Korra gets too much hate. No. I think it gets a pretty appropriate amount. It's called Legend of Korra, but really it should be called... like... What's the opposite of a legend? A disaster? Yeah, I remember what happened last time I was here. I beat them. The sprites were still, like, loaded in, and I talked to Jesse, and my game exploded on me. Well, a legend is, like, it's good, right? When you hear about a legend, it's like, whoa. It's like a mythical tale. But what would you call it when it's an absolute fucking disaster? Is it still a legend? I watched Avatar and Korra years after it already released. Years. A comedy. No, Korra's definitely not a comedy. Definitely not. Yeah, I guess tragedy is the only way you can really sell it. Alright, here we go. Slapper. Can't escape? Okay. Palm. Never forget. Never forget. Squishy. Real. This is good chicken. Standard, but I'm hungry, so it's good by default. Hard talk. Hard talk when I got my mouth full of chicken. You ever see the other Avatar? The blue guys? Any of you see those guys? I've never seen those movies. How many are there? 2? 3? I can't even remember when that came out. That movie existed before I'd watched Avatar. In case you were wondering. Zero cultural impact. That's not true. One of the later movies had that blue guy with sunglasses on. Ah, yeah, yeah! Right? Oh? You found me. 1 second left. It made billions. True. Pretty weird to talk about a financially successful venture. That just kind of, I don't know, didn't do anything. James Cameron is the Avatar. What about, sorry. What about, Shamalamahama? That guy. Made a fuck ton of money and that was it. Yeah, but like, isn't that the goal? Doesn't that mean it succeeded? If it made a fuck ton of money. James Cameron wasn't the name of the Avatar. That's James Cameron Monster. My mistake, my bad. Classic Bumble. Classic Bumble. You gotta remember the Mortal Kombat movie? Remember that one? I had the original one on VHS. Which one? Obviously I'm talking about the only one that's good. Come on now. The first one, where Johnny Cage fights Goro. That shit was awesome. There was a sequel to that movie. And apparently it sucked. Man, what happened to Mortal Kombat? Damn, that out-priority fake out. That's crazy. I gotta go heal. Chat, when did Mortal Kombat hit its decline? Seriously. Mortal Kombat was, like, a staple for a long time. And Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3. I don't actually know how reception for Mortal Kombat 4 generally was. Because I think that was a home console only game, right? That was also the first game to go 3D. That was the beginning of the 3D era. And then there was like Deception, Shaolin Monks, which were actually pretty cool games from what I understand. They're like 3D like adventure story games. And then there was Armageddon. Armageddon is where everything kind of fell apart. Armageddon was the big, like, let's get everybody involved, but, well, you know, if you played Armageddon, you know. But when when the next MK, which was just Mortal Kombat 9 came out, it was just a reset. That was the plot. The plot was that Armageddon happened and Raiden had to go back in time to stop it. So it's Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, essentially, compiled, which was pretty cool. And MKX, which is MK10, was also pretty cool. And they started having these licensed horror characters, like Warner Brothers characters, as DLC, that were actually really nifty. Like, watching Jason, I mean, it started with Freddy, of course, but watching Jason fucking beat the shit out of people in Mortal Kombat 10, that motherfucker just fit in. Right, that motherfucker just kind of fit in. He didn't feel out of place to me. He really did. But then MK11 was kind of not... like, it was a downgrade. MK11 was like a downgrade, and then currently MK1, the reboot, is not good. Armageddon's the best one, though. You make your customizable character like Goku. Armageddon has a It has some characters in that game with like 3 special moves. Like 3 special moves, and everybody has a shared fatality like access. They all do the same fatality. Very silly. Also, one of the defensive options of that game was to just lie down on your back, and you could just dodge shit. That shit was so dumb. I'm almost done my chicken. Birdie, huh? I was never a super fan of Mortal Kombat, but I was a fan. Mortal Kombat got greedy. It got greedy. Technically, they did Injustice. I mean, it's not Mortal Kombat, but it is the same studio, right? Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe is a really bad game. Just let's get that out of the way. That game's really bad. Funny. Injustice, Gods Among Us. That's right, I said it. Funniest fucking game I've ever seen. I counterpicked Batman in Gotham Alley. I am now going to stand on this side of the stage, throw batarangs, and if you get close, I'm going to toss an unblockable 21% dumpster at you. And if you get hit, it's your own fault. Try out my pig-installed Joker. You can't do that, because the pig isn't an option on the Gotham streets. Injustice introduced, yes. So Injustice introduced, that's ×4, by the way. It introduced interactable environments, and there were different character archetypes, like power and technical or some shit. So technical characters would use objects and like bounce off them to get stage positioning. Power characters would just throw the object at you, and these objects did a massive amount to your life bar and were unblockable. So, you know, if you get caught on your jumping, oops. You're literally getting... It's Kane. Couldn't block him, no. If Batman threw the dumpster at you, you had to jump over it. But he was constantly looking for that. That's why he's throwing batarangs. And if you get close enough... Oh, here comes 21%, bitch! Well, you better focus. Go look at a video at it. There's another stage as well that has these drones. There are these drones that fly in, And power characters can just grab the drones and throw them. And again, it's unblockable. Well, Sonny, you're dead. You can reuse the dumpsters. Getting caught is basically the round right there. Yep. Pig advantage, yep. There was the meat locker stage, which is the same thing, where you can throw pigs. You throw pigs at each other, and they do ridiculous amounts of damage. One sec, chat. I'm done eating. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's solve this puzzle. This puzzle was pretty easily solved if I just hit the willow and didn't try to flinch and interfocus Mon, but... it's fine. Should've encored. Do it again. That's not good. Well, I just put her into the move that she was gonna click anyway. I can take one. I did 30. Okay, I did 31. Good job, Lily. Frankly, I'm shocked that we got out of that one. I misplayed the shit out of that game, but that's okay. We got out of it. What? This cannot be. Alright. Self-scope. I don't have the item finder, so I can't do that on the spot. There you go. I'm serious though. If you're curious about it, like you could find like a 15-minute video on just what what the competitive aspect of Injustice looked like with stuff like that. It's funny because this is a game that came out like in like the 360 PS3 era. We're not talking about a game that released in like Super Nintendo era where that game is out, done. Right? Like, we're talking about an era where DLC was a thing. It used to be that when a game came out, the updated version was released on the other side of the world. It's not even an exaggeration. I never played the Sailor Moon fighting game, but I heard that that one has a very obviously broken character, and well, I don't know why they're broken, but it's never getting fixed. Injustice was a real game people played competitively. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. It's by Sajam. Street Fighter DLC was just buying the next version of Street Fighter 2. How many Street Fighter 2s exist? I don't know. I had one version. I had a version that had like 8 characters, I think. 8 or 10. I don't remember. You guys want to play the latest version of Street Fighter? What's different? You can now play as T-Hawk. Who's T-Hawk? I don't know. You don't know. No, he's like new. How's he play? Oh, he's like Zangief. Pass! Pass! Talking to the guy. Talking to the Geef player. This guy plays like Geef, but he ain't Geef. If you play Geef in Street Fighter 2, I think you're a masochist. I just don't think there's any other way to phrase it. Like, you're playing a grappler in a game where that grappler has like an 8-2 matchup. Like, there's like 5 characters in that game you're gonna fight with a grappler, and one of them is one of the worst matchups in the history of fighting games. Alright, brother, you do you. You do you. No, you don't understand. I can press Lariat and be in... I can be in hit animation for like 3 seconds, and I'll go through your fireball. What's stopping the next fireball? I don't know. What is stopping the next fireball? I am an Akuma main. And apparently a gray Ryu secondary. Street Fighter 2 is a mess. It's a mess, but it's an iconic mess that everybody overlooks its flaws because they love it. Never heard of a game like that before. Never. Not me. Street Fighter 2 is specifically a mess because it was an accident. That game accidentally made combos into what combos are today. What are combos today, streamer? Oh, they're loop throws. That's what they are. Oh, you're right. KO. Ooh. I don't play Street Fighter. Evil Ryu in Street Fighter 4. He didn't originate in Street Fighter 4, but Evil Ryu is basically a what-if character if Ryu succumbed to the darkness of the whatever the fuck it is. Basically, if he followed the same thing that Akuma did, because Akuma is who he is because he gave into the dark side of it. There's a Ken version called Violent Ken. I don't remember what game he appears in, but yeah, that's a thing. But there's also Oni, who I don't really know what Oni is, to be honest with you. Oni is just like blue Akuma. He exists. He's an SNK crossover. What? The SNK crossover also had God Rugal, didn't it? Cause fucking God Rugal was like Rugal just killed Akuma and drained him of his power, and he turned into the ugliest portrait art you've ever seen. Violent Ken isn't a Haddo, it's just him freaking out. What? What do you mean? What's he freaking out about? Yun and Yang were in Street Fighter 3. I don't know what you're talking about. Street Fighter 4 Lazy Edition. Those guys were in Street Fighter 3. One of them was one of the best character in the game. And then he was the best character in the game again. You didn't even fucking mention DiCapri. You want to talk about fucking shitty clones. Literally DiCapri. The super secret hype, never been in a game before, 5th character. And what was it? A fucking Cammy doll. Wow. Cabra was Ultra. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right. That was Ultra. But I thought Evil Ryu... Wait, no. Wait, fuck. There's like 5. God damn it. There's too many fucking Street Fighters. I'm tired of these streets. I ain't fighting anymore. I'm done. I'm out. Okay. That was quick. I played the original Street Fighter 4. The Ultimate Edition had Hugo, Elena, Relento, Poison, and then DiCapri. Funny to think how those characters, what they did. Hugo didn't really do anything. Relento's just a piece of shit. I hate him. Poison's boring. DiCapri is like one of the biggest letdowns in fighting game history. And then Elena is credited as killing the game. That's a pretty big deal. I'm better. See, now, I want you to think about what would have happened if I came into this fight fresh off the SSN. He leads with a level 24 evolved Luna. Like, what am I gonna do to that? Huh? That bitch got me. You know what? I'm staying in. Wasn't 5's final character, Luke? I know Luke wasn't very popular. In terms of, like, people were annoyed at him. But it wasn't as bad with Luke because, like, the general acknowledgement was that Street Fighter V was on its way out. They put Luke in as basically an advertisement for the next game. And he was a really good character. But, like, it was one of those situations where people knew that the new one was, like, coming. It's not like Smash 4, where when Smash 4's final DLC character was Bayonetta, and then Bayonetta, like, started to morph the game around her, and we were just kind of, like, sitting there, wondering if this was the rest of this, like, our lives. There wasn't any real, like, indication that this was the end of it. Right? And now we're currently doing that with Steven. Where it's like, people are just kind of holding out hope that a new Smash game comes out soon because they're getting really tired of this character. We're tagging to Street Fighter 6, it's Luke. Okay, the main character is your fighter, yes, but you know what I mean. Luke is, like, every now and again they try to make a new character to take over. Why do you have 2 full heals? They try to make a new character to take over the main, like, as the face of Street Fighter for Ryu. Because remember, Third Strike was supposed to kind of be that. That's why Third Strike has a bunch of really fucking weird, random characters. Like, I'm pretty sure Alex was supposed to be the new main character of Street Fighter for Third Strike. But then they ended up putting Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li in there anyway. And I think Akuma too. So a couple faces came back, but Third Strike really wasn't intended for that. That's why you have fucking Remy instead of Guile. Ah, it's another face of some other more sinister thing. Dude, Alex is cool. I think he's cool. Poor guy got his reputation ruined. Calm Mind actually kind of, like, really degenerate. I'll do it. Alex got hit by this isn't weird in Japanese anime, and then they put that fucking concept in a mainstream, like, a mainstream game. So, obviously, it didn't roll over well. If you've ever watched anime, you know that the opinion on cousin relations is pretty lenient. But, you know, Street Fighter 6 is a pretty universal. Why did you give me fucking Energy Ball? Ew. Why didn't you give me fucking Thunderbolt or Shockwave? Energy Ball? So yeah, basically what it was it was a relatively, I wouldn't say common, I guess, but it's a trope that we've all seen, but it was placed at the forefront of scrutiny because we're talking about the Street Fighter series, right? They decided to change the story. Yes, they retconned his story to remove the part where he's yeah. proud to be an American male. I am a real American. I don't know why they did the things they did. I don't think anybody knows why they did the things they did. But like I said, this is just something that we've all seen this plot point. I know all of us have watched a trashy anime at some point in our lives where there's a totally it's okay because they're not blood related situation. We've all seen this. We've all seen this. Don't pretend like you haven't seen this before. Alright? Now, I'm not defending this trope. I'm just saying that this is something that we've seen before in anime and shit. But this is the first time it's really been put on a fucking global stage like that. And it didn't bowl over well. Shocker, I know. The worst anime you've ever seen. It all started when I was 15. And I liked boobies. So I watched any anime that gave me a glimpse of boobies. And what did you watch? I watched a lot, Doc. A lot. It all started when I watched Orimo. I see. Continue. Yes. Continue. Chat. Question. What crashed harder? Orimo or Usagi Drop? This is a good ass question. This is a good ass question. What dropped harder? Never heard of Orimo. That's definitely not true. There's no way you haven't heard of Orimo. That's Kirino, the orange-haired otaku girl. I've never heard of Usagi Drop. Usagi Drop is a great series as long as you don't read the manga. It's about a single father taking in a little girl. Like, that's partially family. This is her parents. His grandfather, she was the illegitimate child of his grandfather who passed away, and the mother didn't seem to want her, couldn't look after her. So he took her in because nobody else wanted her, and he raised her. And it's a heartwarming story about this 30-year-old single man trying to raise like a 6 or 7-year-old girl. And it's very nice. And I really like setups like that, actually. The single parent setup, that's one of my favorites. What's not my favorite is what happens in the second half. The second half is not animated. The second half is pretty infamous, actually. With Orimo, you know from the start what it's about. My problem with Orimo is that I thought it was going to be just fine. Because it was about brother-sister bonding. And they were bonding. And they were having... Maybe it was a little too much bonding, alright, I admit. But the main guy ended up, like, going out with the goth girl. Right? Like, he started dating the goth girl. And I was like, oh, that's nice, you know. He gets to be a part of his sister's life and activities. And now he got, you know, now he's dating this girl. And it's great. And he's got the childhood friend, and then also the other girl who looks like his sister anyway, but I was not bothered with her. But what happens is that instead of maintaining that status quo, it turns into... And alright, I'm gonna spoil the whole thing for you. It turns into, oh, teehee, looks like we actually do have romantic feelings for each other, but we're siblings, so haha, we can't do that. That's alright. And then like 4 different girls confess to our main character. All in the span of like 5 minutes, essentially. So this dude got 4 eligible bachelorettes right at this moment. One shouldn't be, but don't worry about that. And he's like, nah, man. See, I actually have the hots for my blood sister. But we can't be in a relationship because we're blood related. Which means I can't be in a relationship with any of you. Psych! No way. Seriously, I think the setup for Orimo was perfectly fine, and it was enjoyable. And after the first season with the OVA and how it kind of showed that he got into a relationship with the goth girl, I thought that was good. I was like, this is good. I like this. And then it went wrong, and then it went wrong. It went really, really wrong. Somebody stop it! Stop it! Have you ever watched a series for that damn? I mean, I can spoil Usagi Drop for you, because you're probably gonna look it up if you're curious and go like, oh. So, what's the problem with Usagi Drop? You may be wondering. Well, see, in the first act, I told you it was about a 30-year-old man raising this girl, right? And it's about him trying to like solve life. And it's great, and it's wholesome, and it's nice. The second part of Usagi Drop, which is manga only, is a time skip, where she grows up and becomes infatuated with her father. And at the end, they start dating. She is like 18, and he is like 38. And he raised her for the last like 10 years of her life. And they start dating. Yeah. That's weird. There's really no two ways about that. Alright? Hydrogen bomb compared to Orimo. Celadon. So how does it end? I just told you. She's trying to figure out how to get him to look at her as a woman. And she succeeds, and they have a little hee-hee back and forth about how she's got to figure out how to make him stop seeing his daughter in her and start seeing her as a woman. And it's like, he's been raising this girl since she was like a preschooler. I don't like that. I don't like that myself. I feel like that's a breach of trust. Not good. Not good, not good. Don't like that. That's not the wholesome ending you think it is. Alright? No, 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 no. Not. I did not. So yeah, that's Usagi Drop. So if you've ever heard anybody talk about Usagi Drop and then look at you like you kicked their dog, if you ask about it, when they say don't worry about the manga or don't worry about the second part, that's why. Now, cousins are one thing, but adopted daughters? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Nopers. Finger waggle. Don't be doing that. Oh, anime. Things were so much simpler. Things were so much simpler back then, weren't they? You could just do whatever the fuck you wanted and nobody cared. Now people care too much. Some people should have cared a little more before, but you know. From the brilliant minds of women. You know, women are usually the writers for these stories. I know you want to find somebody to blame. I know you do. And you wouldn't dare point the finger at a woman. But no, these freaks are women. Alex thing was also type of adopted daughter. I have no idea. I genuinely don't know what that's about at all. Just that his reputation has been fucking tarnished by it. You know the series that Yomu emote is from? Well, I say from, but there's a series, I don't know what it's called. I knew at one point. I think it was like called Komo no Jikan or something. I think. That sounds right. But that Yomu there is from that. And that, God help me. I read the synopsis once. And it's just about a 3rd grader hitting on her teacher. And it's like, kind of, I think it's kind of like, what's the word here? It pushes a little too hard. Written by a woman. Written by a woman. Yep. None of that. Me, clueless. Let's watch this show. Ah, wow, look at this ending where the little girl is waving her arms. Hee hee ha ha, that's so funny. And then you watch it. And you're like, whoa. That's the kind of thing that could put somebody to smoke. You know, you just gotta have like a fucking cigarette. You know, the anime is kind of infamous. Exactly. That's why I know it too. I mean, we all know about Boku no Pico, right? Like, that, just because I know the name doesn't mean I've ever watched it or know what it's about. But, like, if you didn't know the name of that one, you'd probably be lying. You'd be like, haha, no way, man. I've never heard of that before. Haha. No, you probably know. You probably know. We all know. What was that anime that had like a 4.0 on Mal? And it's about this guy whose sister turns into like a big fucking cannibal creature. Fuck, I don't remember what that one was called, but that one was also awful. Poopa! Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, Poopa. That one was bad. Are you gonna full heal or potion? Okay. This is great. Oh, I got a crit. Never mind. I wanted to use the full heal there, so I didn't want that crit. Uh-oh. Well, that's what I get for talking about dangerous anime. What's Sriggle? Probably a dark type. 4.0 on Mal sounds like your favorite anime here. No, your favorite anime... Ooh. I gotcha. Your favorite anime probably has a 7. Alright, it's gonna be neutral damage, but I should have liquid ooze. You guys ever watch Strike Witches? That's the one about the... That's the one about the girls who replace their legs with, like, rocket engines. I never watched it, but it seemed neat. You ever see Girls in Panzer? Girls in Panzer is great. Daiose. Let's go back into Sunny. Girls in Panzer is very fun. It's a very fun show. The tank battling is ridiculous. I enjoyed it. Never quite gave that one the attempt it deserved. But when I finally did watch it, I was like, this is great. Can you recall the worst anime you ever actually watched? Another lucky burn by Sunny. There's the full heal. I wanted you to use that on Yuka to burn the turn, but honestly here it's fine too. I mean, I've watched some bad anime in my time. Minariko. Staying in. Oh, you're a fire type. Okay, that's neutral. You're not a fire type. Oh, you must be earth. I got 3 flame wheel burns. I thought you were fire, but no, you're earth. That's why you're neutral to that. Well, you're a special attacker, so the burn just puts you on a timer. I watched Gate Season 1, and I enjoyed it mostly because I liked the opening. Why do you have 1,000,000 full heals? Can you leech seed grass types in Gen 3? Why did I switch into this when I knew you had a fire move? Wow, that didn't even kill me. Yeah, it doesn't affect you. I should have sleep powdered. Oh, you missed. I missed. Oh, you have chlorophyll. I see. I confused Leech Seed with Spore-based moves. That's why. Spore-based moves stopped working. And, in Gen 6. You woke up instantly? What the fuck? I want my burn back. Sleep stops being good after Gen 1. You are just full of awful opinions. Factually incorrect opinions. That's impressive. Well done. Please kill. Thank you. Crit unnecessary. Alright. Almost threw that away. My thigh hit the button. Giga Drain. That's definitely going on Sunny. Sunny. 75. Okay. Wait. Right, I have 2 grass types. Oh, that's Grass Knot. Okay, you get Giga Drain, and you get Giga Drain over Razor Leaf. And anybody else want Giga Drain while we're at it? You want Giga Drain? Alright, not everybody needs Giga Drain, streamer. Alright, that's 2 badges in one go. Not bad, not bad. Is there anything else I can do here? See, usually when you don't like a show, you stop watching it. But is there a show that you didn't like that you actually did watch the whole thing? And then you wondered why you watched the whole thing? I stopped watching, Dungeon... What's it called? Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? I watched about 5 episodes of that, and then frankly, it pissed me off. It pissed me off so much I dropped it. You know why sleep isn't good after Gen 1? The Pokemon can't attack when they wake up from sleep. Are you like... You must be like 16. You have to be. There's only 2 possible options here, and neither of them are nice responses. So I'm just gonna go with that. You know, that's fine. That's alright, that's fine. 3 too many seasons. Isn't there like 7 seasons of that fucking show? Like, there's so many. There's also a spin-off series with the fucking... the swordsman girl. The Pokemon Trainer Fan Club. I watched 3 seasons of Attack on Titan because people insisted it was gonna get good. I watched the first 3 seasons because I was insisting it was gonna get good. And then I got tired of the pacing and I stopped watching it. I like when I say things in chat and I am fucking spot on. Oh, I am spot on. Oh my god. Okay, what's next on the agenda here? I could go into Self. No, I should go Lavender Tower next. Oh, I have to do a rival fight. Alright, I'm going back. First season of Rent-A-Girlfriend. Damn. You watched that? What did you think as you watched it? Did you think it was fine? Was there a moment where you felt like you committed and now you had to finish it? Like, what happened there? Everything about Rent-A-Girlfriend makes me laugh at this point. And like, not like in a funny kind of laugh, but like a really sad laugh. You know? You know, like a really sad laugh. Not like, haha, this is hilarious, but like, oh man, this guy. 5 seasons. You know that series is popular with women? Hey, Jupe, what brings you here? I don't know. Apparently that series is popular with women. I'm not really surprised because women like characters like Sega. Women scare me. Oh, this is really bad. This is a really bad lead. Maybe I can encore a Swords Dance here. Level 32, by the way. Okay, watch this. You're gonna click Swords Dance, and I'm gonna encore it. Lily, you're not supposed to go first. We're comparing Rent-A-Girlfriend with Chainsaw Man manga part 2. I have never seen anything related to Chainsaw Man, ever. And I have never wanted to either. I have such little interest in that series that it's actually kind of astounding. Fake tears. Does that do anything? Nothing that doesn't do it normally. See Yorihime. Are you steel? I don't remember what type you are. Spent way too much of my life reading trashy manga at night. Well, I mean, I spent more watching trashy anime at night. I've watched many things. You ever watch Girls Bravo? Oh man, I've watched Girls Bravo. Oh. Should you watch Girls Bravo? No. You really shouldn't. Have you ever watched To Love Ru? Man, To Love Ru. Oh man, if that ain't a classic right there, boys. Oh, you're actually weak to this. That would have been good to know. Hood Classic. I heard that the blue-haired girl who was the main heroine of the original series was based on the creator's wife. And I think they got divorced. So then, when To Love Ru Darkness happened, ooh. Awkward. I forgot who's coming in. Whatever. Oh. It caused some rights silliness. Touhou was made by the person who made Black Cat. Or if not that they made Black Cat, they were involved in the making of Black Cat. Because there's a character in Black Cat named Eve. And there's also a character in... Oh, I should have switched. There's also a character in Touhou who is not named Eve, but is basically the exact same character from Black Cat. I forget her name. But she's got, like, blade hair. She's blonde, wears black, and has blade hair. You mean Rumia? No, I don't mean fucking Rumia. God, shut up. Midori Days? Midori Days is good. Alright? Hold on. You hold your tongue. Don't be talking ish on that one, brother, because that one is not even that offensive. It's weird. It is weird, but it ain't bad. Alright? If you don't know what Midori Days is, just search up Black Cat. I just found a character that does look like Rumia. Yes. I know. Black Cat's actually pretty good. Black Cat's pretty good. It's an old one. I probably should have expected that, but whatever. Whoever creator was the writer for Black Cat. Hey, there you go, see? He didn't say it was bad, he said it was weird, and you agree. Well, here's the plot. I watched it because a friend told me about it. He was like, alright, what the plot? The plot is that this girl becomes this guy's right hand. That was the plot. So, like, this girl literally falls into a coma and becomes the right hand of the guy that she likes. And she's basically got, like, a hand puppet. A sentient hand puppet. I don't know how else to explain that. Like, oh, that's why they call it that. Well, Midori Days. Can't find a Yuko, a bigger one. Where could it be? Bet there aren't any left. I gotta get going. Lot to accomplish. It's actually pretty good, and the reason why I think it's good is because it actually, like, ends. I like when shows actually, like, have an ending that isn't just, like, lame. I'm currently watching You and I Are Polar Opposites. So I read the manga for that, and I really enjoyed it. And the anime is definitely not gonna get to the point where the manga is, because the manga's done. But there might be a second season. It's really nice. I really enjoy it, and I like the opening quite a bit. I like the main girl, Miyu Suzuki. She is very enjoyable a character to watch. I enjoy that. But all the characters grew on me, for sure. But she's a fun character. I like the... her and Nishi. They turn into these goo creatures every now and again, and I enjoy when they turn into goo creatures. So what is good against Ghost? Dark and Ghost itself. It's good. I would recommend it. It's only 86 chapters, so it's a pretty light read, and you can also just watch some of it. The watching is good. It's pretty faithful, and it does good with the presentation and the voice roles. Merlin. Ghost types. If only I had Shadow Board. Well, I could just kick these things, but probably have a better move in there somewhere. K might not be the best approach here. Ah, whatever. We'll see. Give me blood. Kwa. You ever watch an anime that is so unbelievably generic that you don't even really remember it? It's just like everything in that anime is exactly like something you've seen in a better anime, to the point where like you're not even really sure if that anime in your head exists or if it's just contrived various plot points of different anime. So you're describing the Isekai genre, right, streamer? I am. There are so many random Isekai series, and they borrow the bare minimum of everything, and they turn into a melting pot of, well, frankly, just a melted pot. There's one recently where the Red Ranger gets Isekai that I don't remember at all. I remember hearing about that one, and that one was actually kind of charming. I didn't watch that one. There was one I watched where it was about the Red Ranger falling in love with the villainess character. It was called Love After World Domination. That one was cute. So it's about the Red Ranger dating the villainess of the Sentai enemy group. That's an enjoyable one. There's one called Marshall, I think it was, where it's just about a guy who's enrolled in a magic school, and his ability is he punches really hard. And it's not actually magic, but people think it's magic, but no, he just punches people really hard. I heard that one's pretty funny. Maybe I'll check that one out at some point. Taskata. I am a fan. I am a fan of characters who just punch. I like that. There's nothing I like. Crazy spells, ancient weapons. I don't care as much as I do of a guy who can just punch. Punching is the simplest form of combat communication, and it is also the coolest to just punch somebody. I hate when I watch an isekai and bro is like, let me cast my magic sigil, Glubigas Kampola Akas Kugelach, and then a fireball shoots out. It's like, no, bitch. Haymaker. Straight. Hook. Uppercut. Alright? No games. No games. 1-2. 1-2 combination. Duck and weave. I hate made-up magic so much. Made-up magic, just to me, comes off as so pretentious. It rubs me the wrong way. Like, yeah, whatever, fuck, man. You look at all those cool magic sigils you made and made up words to cast fucking fireball, a level 1 wizard spell. Wow, good for you, bro. Okay, none of these moves actually work very well here. All magic's made up, bro. No. Listen, the concept of a fireball is not made up. However, the magic words, Imperio, your dick is small, asshole, fuck you. That right there. The concept of those words put together to form fireball, that's the stupid shit. Now, you understand? You understand what I'm saying? Did you read between the lines there? Did you maybe catch the hidden meaning? just cast fireball. So you hate JoJo's, huh? Well, frankly, who doesn't hate JoJo's? Am I right, boys? Am I right? Am I right, boys? Can I get a so true on that one? Oh. Nah, let's throw a normal orb. So what about Touhou? What about Touhou? Danmaku is kind of magic. Danmaku doesn't use made-up words. Danmaku is not a made-up language. Danmaku is just the term that's given to the abilities themselves. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna fly down to Texas Roadhouse because I know your goofy ass is gonna be at a Texas Roadhouse, and I'm gonna find you. All right? I'm gonna find you. I'm sure if I hit up enough of them, I'll find you. I gotta go back and heal this poison. Lyrica's a little too squishy, it seems. Slap. Don't die. Good. 90% of what Yukari says sounds like made-up words. They're not made up. She just uses a bunch of big words that doesn't really talk with the flow of the conversation. She's just cryptic. She's not speaking a different language. She's dumb. What a dummy. Her favorite is fantastic, dreamy melodies. Good for her. Oh, I must return. Mailing will make it. Everything Yukari says is all stupid anyway. Why do you think all the fandom interpretations of her just completely embellish her? Because nobody knows what she's saying or what she's supposed to do. So they just turn her into whatever the fuck. That's what they do. She's one of the most flanderized characters in fandom for that. She is. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. Is she? I'd say so. How many times have you seen, like, Fanon Yukari portrayed the same extent of Canon Yukari? Canon Yukari just confuses people. Staying in. Beat me not. Beat me not. See, Flandre has the reputation and the namesake of being the most flanderized character. But, like, it's not even really that her character is flanderized as it is that her character doesn't exist at all. So people had to figure out what the fuck her character was to begin with. Pretty much every character in the series can be simplified to a single trope for the purpose of comedic effect. And that is kind of true for everyone. Every character is capable of being a more sophisticated and well thought out character, but sophisticated, well thought out characters don't mesh well with, like, slice of life comedy. That's all. I need the Merlin. The Merlin hit. Yuka low-key flanderized? Oh, no doubt. Yuka likes to pick on people because she likes seeing their reactions. The reception to that is that Yuka likes to, like actually beat the shit out of people. What's that about, dude? Yuka fans are just kind of freaks. All right, they just kind of freaks. That's all it is. Ain't no two things about it. It just be what it be. It be what it be. Oh, whoops. There's Merlin. Who's not flanderized? Characters that nobody cares about, which is funny because even they're flanderized because they don't have anything. You think Touhou 1 characters are flanderized? They don't even have a character to begin with. The 5 magic stones are not flanderized. The 5 magic stones cannot be flanderized because they are simply stones. You flanderize someone who doesn't even have a character to begin with. But that loops back to the whole deal with Flandre, right? Where Flandre's character is basically non-existent because of her extremely few appearances, but she has the namesake of it, right? Now Touhou 1 is quite straight with the fact that there's no character there to begin with, so any form of characterization at all, something to work off. What about Suiko? Yes. Definitely Suiko. Suiko, like, I don't know, actually. I guess people just thought she was funny. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I get it. Like, I get it. I ain't saying I don't get it. The frog obsession. I guess. It's just a cute quirk that ends up being her defining characteristic. Jupe has been fully healed. You shall join us. Clerica. Soko's character is a lot more depressing in general, I think. But she's also small and blonde and likes frogs. And the thing is, when you're a short character, you are instantly in danger of being gooed. Like, you can't have a serious short character because those characters will be gooed. You can, like, when you have tall characters, the bigger you are, the less likely you are to be gooed. It's not a word streamer, it is. I just used it in a sentence. Did you not hear me? But you get what you understand what I mean, right? When characters are small, they are squishy. When they are squishy, they are easy to, you know, chibi. When they be easy to chibi, they're easy to make silly. Popular flanderization has not been used much anymore. Tenshi used to be a masochist, now she's a lesbian. That's, that would be one. Zombies! Baby Kane. Bold of you to assume anybody remembers Kane, bro. Nobody remembers Kane. Kane got replaced. There is no Kane. There's never been any Kane. Kane is just a myth. Ah. I think in most, I think for most characters, they just haven't had enough recent appearances to like have their personalities changed. There are some appearances that characters have made where their appearance hasn't influenced anything. Shoutouts to Lotus Eaters. For every character it brings back, it significantly makes worse. That's classic. That's a classic. Janai? Her name is Janai? Suika, Aya. Well, I mean, maybe Mamizo. I don't know if Mamizo really counts, to be honest with you. I don't think Mamizo are really different. Suika got worse. I agree. I agree. She has a couple moments where she's funny. But it really feels like a different character in that one than what I feel like I've known of her for the last, like, you know, 7 years. Even earlier for some, considering she debuted in Imperishable Missing Persons, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm staying in, bro. Mailing is kicking these lasses. Give me blood. I hope your favorite character appears in Lotus Eaters. Yeah, that's the kind of shit you say to people, and depending on their, you know, if they're not happy to hear that, or if they're really happy to hear that. Did your favorite character appear in Lotus Eaters, you ask, streamer? Yeah, apparently she did. And it was trying to run a crypto scam. I never read that chapter, so I don't know exactly what the details on that are, but you can imagine how ecstatic I am to hear that. Great. Fantastic. How would crypto even work in Gensokyo? That chapter wasn't anything special. Brother, that entire book isn't anything special. Nothing happens in Lotus Eaters that makes a difference. Nothing. Something happens in a chapter, and then it all blows over by the end of it, and nobody remembers or cares. Everything is resolved in such a way that it doesn't actually affect anything going forward. The only thing that has affected seemingly anything was when Miko and Futo got involved. And then that got resolved, and then nobody cared again. The Chud manga. See, it's different, because Lotus Eaters, nothing ever happens. But then in Sengetsu say nothing ever happens. But like, this is like Thing and Thing Japan. Alright? However, Sengetsu say things actually do happen. The fairy's house gets electrocuted, and they go and move into a tree in the back of the shrine. That's something happening! Something happened there! Now they live behind Reimu's house! That's a huge moment! I think. They had a house, they lived in the forest of magic in a tree. And then they moved into the tree behind the shrine after it got struck by lightning. And then Yukaya was like, gotta make sure you guys aren't any up to no good. Moving into this here tree. And then Sunny reflected her light at Yukari. And Yukari is like, alright, I have deemed you guys are all weak as fuck, so have fun. They originally lived in the forest of magic. And now they live behind Reimu home. Did anything happen in Cheating Detective? No? To be honest, I don't think anything happened in CDS that had any real impact on anything. Satori got stabbed through the heart. That was pretty metal. But I thought Miwe, not Miwe, the other one, Gucci Mima. Gucci Mima surrendered to Dark Spirit Reimu, and then I don't know what happened after that actually. I don't know if CDS has continued past the last chapter I read, which was basically the end, where Mizuchi gave up. She got ghost busted. That's it. What is Dark Spirit Reimu? Did you not read it? I'm gonna spoil it. The vengeful spirits were watching Reimu and possessed Utsuo fight, and it was so awesome, and then Reimu channeled the power of the vengeful spirits and became Dark Vengeful Spirit Reimu. Like, straight up Sonic OC level shit. And then she beat the possessed Ogu. Did you not see that? It was like, she fired like a dark spirit bomb. Shit was wild. CDS got done with its TD arc. It's going into DDC. Didn't it skip UFO? I guess, no, it didn't. I guess because UFO kind of happened. Well, because SA was like the last arc, which made sense. But whatever. This Tenshi is dead. This thing has clear body? No. It's not a guaranteed down. That's fine. I hope it ends because I want to see how it ends. I sit at my desk every day like the nothing ever happens guy, waiting for one of these mangas to have something happen. She departed to the afterlife. Something will happen. It's just starting. CDS has been going for 5 years. What do you mean it's just starting? "5 years, my guy. It took nearly 2 years for Mizuchi to appear. Lotus Eaters is like 60 chapters, is it not? Isn't Lotus Eaters like 60 plus chapters at this point? Chat, what was the biggest thing to happen in Lotus Eaters? Cause like in Forbidden Scrollery, the biggest thing to happen is probably the fortune teller. And that has more to do with, like, what that did to the, you know, like, everything as a whole, more than the actual event itself. Did Wildhorn Hermit have a moment like that? A really big moment? In, like, a really, really big moment in that one? Where it's almost turned to a yokai. Talking about Lotus Eaters? I don't remember that happening in Lotus Eaters. Arm battle? Ah, not really. That was the climax. That was like the climax. I don't know if that counts, because you could also say the same thing about Forbidden Scrollery with Kozuzu, right? But that ain't the most impactful one. The end isn't flashy, then what's the point? But does the end actually have any bearing on anything at all? Alright, I guess we're just confused forever, Kane. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. I like the chapter in Wildhorn Hermit where Sanai tricks Reimu into being more modest because she keeps trying to force her to drink. And she hits her with a bunch of information that isn't, like, entirely accurate. I like that chapter, actually. The Corn Raiju. Korriggle. Wriggling. When Lotus Eater end? I don't know, man. I don't know. The more you hear of this Sanai, you think, wow, what a perfect girl. That entire chapter was her gaslighting Reimu because Reimu tried to peer pressure her into drinking. That's your idea of a perfect girl? A gaslight? A girl boss? Is she a gatekeeper too? But streamer, Sanai would never pressure me. Never. Bro, if Sanai looked at you, the only thing she would see is an easy mark. You would be nothing more than an easy mark. Is that what you want? She'd come hit you with the instant scam. And then hit you with a brochure, a flyer for the Moria Shrine. And your ass is gonna go. I know your ass is gonna go. You know why I know that? Because I'll already be there. And I'll see you. I'm not even gonna say hi. I'm just gonna look at you with a look of superiority. Like, ha, I fucking knew you'd do this. Like I'm not also right there. The difference is I came after some resistance. I put on a little show. I made her work for it. You were too eager. You were too eager. She's gonna talk about that at dinner. You're gonna be the topic of gossip now. Ooh, that's embarrassing. If I were you, I would just simply cease to exist. Did you got there faster? Not that I got there faster. Is that she asked me first. So I had more time to get there. Because I was priority. Which maybe isn't a good thing. I don't know. I mean, let's be real. If a fucking Touhou character walked up to you and started talking to you, you really think you wouldn't just completely and utterly drop the ball? You think you wouldn't just absolutely fucking fumble that situation? Just ruin it. Just spaghetti all over the goddamn floor. Tell me you wouldn't blow it. I won't believe you. Hey, watch that. Alright, Shizuha, it's time. Calm mind. I'm gonna double my attack. Oh, a speed drop. Oh no, no. Okay, all right. Wait, I'm about to clean house. I'm about to clean house. Here we go. All right. Don't flinch. Finish the job. Give me your nutrients. What? What? What'd I miss? Bro, at this point, I'm just gonna fucking calm mind again. Fuck you. Why do you just hit me? Oh. You know, I don't think I've ever seen that interaction with Leech Seed before. Ever. So, cool. Now, after all that work, here we go. Shrumia. And that's a poison type. Go to sleep. And I'm dead. Immediately dead. I'm not dead! Not dead. And I missed. Now I'm dead. Wait, wait. And I missed again. Now you could say I deserve this. I wouldn't say wrong, but it's still really annoying. Okay. Yep. I don't know what to hit you with. I just sent a grass type into a poison type. Okay. I'm out. There's no point in staying in here in this situation. Bye. Yam can take everything you want to throw at me. You probably have levitate though. Yeah, 9 damage. Yeah. Ain't much. Dude. Dude. Do it, Cam. Tam Shinhan. Alright. Crayon. Crayon is weak to fire, I think. Assuming she's not earth type right now. Okay, good. Okay, good. And Koishi. I don't know if this is a good switch. I used the Koishi in 2 of these because she was normal ghost. She was a pretty annoying type, actually. She must be hard here. Yeah, that would be a hard move. My God. Good. That's the way it ought to be. Okay. Man, I am not looking forward to summer. Oh my God, I can already tell. You're not getting away with this. I'm gonna get away with it, actually. I'm gonna go back and heal, though. It's gonna be hot in here, and I don't have... maybe I need a new fan. Maybe I get a new fan. Maybe I get a like a crazy like wind tunnel fan, where I'm just in a wind tunnel. Or I just stick my fan directly next to me. I take the guard off, put it at max power, and just put it directly next to my face. That seems like a good idea. Maximum wind efficiency. Exciting. We got one more guy to fight. One more. Well, I guess you could argue it's technically two, but it doesn't matter. The specifics don't matter. I know that their second and third are like not gonna be good. Stop right there. Oh, it's you. Well, I don't think you had it easy the last time. We'll show you the boss just how strong we are. We're reaching that point where 7:30 means the sun shines at an angle that hits me directly in the fucking eyes. Take a nap. Take a nap. I'm gonna get my window. Too early to sleep. It's never too early to sleep, but the sun's out. Dude, if I was playing against this Shizuha, I would be so mad. I would be so mad. Like, my god. Scum strats. Hey, it's what you gotta do. Good morning. Not only am I hard to kill, but my entire strategy is drain moves. Die. Oh, wow. Standard bulky grass type set. Ah! It's adding! Adding. Why are you level 34? Isn't that just fucking outrageous? Level 37 levels above me. 7! I'm digging again. And of course you have Confuse Ray. At the beginning of the stream, I was beating up rocket grunts with Chibis. Now here I am. Go underground, Kane. It's really embarrassing. It's just really embarrassing. Do you know statistically the most fun you can have playing Pokemon is when every single turn is a 50-50 whether or not you fucking hit yourself. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's on me, but okay. Anything else? No? At all? Kurumia. child of God died to Lily Beam. I'm staying in. If I switch into Sunny and I get hit by a poison bomb, I fucking lose. Okay. That was definitely a free switch into Sunny. Huge. Okay. Alright. This is going. Not worth it. Just flame wheel. That fake out damage isn't gonna get me anywhere. Okay. Alright. We're done. Thank God. Thank God. How can one twerp be such a pain after all that work? We're done here. Let's get out of here before the boss sees. Well, remember this, twerp. You came to save me. Thank you, but I came here of my own free will. I didn't come here to save you. I came here to claim my reward. Give me the flute of summoning goo. Okay, thanks. This is necessary for advancement in the game. Alright. We did it. That was an exhausting fight because nothing went right. Nothing ever goes right. Alright. Let's check out our captures though. Let's check out our captures. Oh, I forgot I have Aku as well. Brave. Yeah. Brave. Lax nature. Wow. Well. That's a sturdy motherfucker. Serious. 31 speed, 31 HP. 16 special attack, 22 attack, 4 defense, 9 special defense. 2 perfect IVs. Wow. Too bad I have no idea what you're good for. And gentle, which is the opposite of lax. Wow. High overall, but those are some bad abilities. Gentle and lax, I'd say, are the worst abilities in the game. Alright, chat. That's the job done. We have 4 gym badges. We got the flute. We can head down to Fuchsia. And yeah, that's about it, really. Alright. Great progress today. Next time will probably be an entire gauntlet of just walking to Fuchsia because, yeah. But that's kind of the last real route of the game, is walking to Fuchsia. Once you're done that, there's the water routes that connect to Cinnabar, and then you've been everywhere on the map until the islands. So it's a big stretch. Kanto is weird because it is big at first, but once you gain the ability to go to Saffron, and I guess by extension Fuchsia, you've kind of mapped the entire game, and one of the routes to Fuchsia is completely optional based on which one you take. The biggest stretch of route in this game is completely optional because you can just go down Cycling Road instead. Cool. Next time, that.